Welcome to the Vermont Concerned Citizen channel. We are a patriotic American community, and please consider supporting us on Patreon. Thank you.
Oh, to the borders, Vermonters, come down with your breeches of deerskin and jackets of brown, with your red woolen caps and your moccasins, come to the gathering summons of trumpet and drum. Come down with your rifle.
Okay, I want to show you a little trick on the USGS maps. Maybe you know about it, maybe you don't. But anyways, hopefully if you use a GPS when you're out and about, you also carry USGS Topo maps and a compass as backup, because your electronics can fail and you better know how to read a map. I've never been good at degrees, minutes, seconds. I know latitude, longitude, that's simple enough. What I prefer is UTM. And what does the USGS maps provide for UTM? To provide, if I can see them through the camera, little blue tick marks on both sides, all four sides of the map. Oops, gotta put the camera in focus. It's little blue tick marks. So hard to use the camera and look through these by naked eye. So right there, like 4852. Other side of the map, there's going to be a little blue tick mark. 4852. So we'll get a big straight edge. I went to Home Depot. Got this yardstick for like 98 cents. I'm going to use a pen. I don't have any pencils in the house. I prefer a pencil. We're going to create lines from these tick marks on the sides of the map, top and bottom of the map, and we're going to make a grid square. Let me show you. So here's another one of my maps. Killington Peak, USGS map. If you see, I connected the tick marks, and it creates a grid. What is that grid good for? Well, because you got grid 4820, grid 4819, grid 4680, and so forth. Let me show you a little tool I got to go inside those grids. You got a northing, and I believe it's an easting. And if you can count 1 to 10, you can figure out your location very easy using UTM and the proper grid. My little plastic overlay is getting kind of yellow tinted, and it cracked years ago, so I put some packaging tape over it. Gonna have to buy a new one. So let's go to the one for Bear Mountain. Anybody's ever been to Killington? You probably skied on Bear Mountain. So anyways, if we line up the 0 from one edge of the tick line grid to the other, we see that it's 1,000 meters. East and west, north and south. Also going to be 1,000 meters. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, and then up, you can determine where you're at in there. And your GPS, and unfortunately my GPS, I don't have any batteries for it to turn it on and show you this, but you can figure out exactly where you're at pinpoint, and it's a lot more accurate, and you can actually pinpoint yourself. And I've been able to, like, say, little outcroppings right there, been able to go to something like that on a ridge line, stand on it, and the GPS shows me there, and I can see where I'm at, and I can actually find it. So it's a little more accurate in detail. We'll kind of conclude there, and going to take these other 3 USGI maps I've had for years, rolled up in the closet, trying to keep them flattened out, and I'm going to put the grid squares on them, sort of like these. So if you ever notice, grid squares do not go totally line up with the edge of the map. So here we go. We just did this Mount Carmel, Vermont one. Did the tick squares, crisscross, easting, northing. Only took me about a half hour. It's a pain in the arse. Then I measured out the mark, maybe off a little bit there. Then it goes up, and you can see how the grids go off. But that's okay. You can still use a little grid calculator or figure it out, you know, estimate. There's 1 through 10 here and 1 through 10 there. So up to go 5, 5. You're in the middle. 5, 4, something like that, you know. Anyways, UTM, it's the way to go. Okay, so I got maps for Rutland, Chittenden. Guess I got them all screwed up. Danby, and Mount Tabor area. West Rutland, Killington Peak. Oops, Mount Carmel. East Middlebury. Pico Peak. That's it, folks. They all now have the UTM grid squares. My God, what a pain in the arse that was. So there you go. I got the maps all in the case. This is for a grease marker pen. You can put a grease marker on here. Gotta replace that. That's yellow. That's almost next impossible to see through. Anyways, I believe this pouch was made by London Bridge. Got a little zipper pocket out here. Just got a cheap engineer compass in there. Need to get the military tritium. But anyways, there you go. That's what I keep with me, no matter whether I have a GPS or not. You are your first and last line of defense. Keep that powder dry. Be safe. Stay armed. Please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell notification for future videos.